What's up, guys? Your nigga Goblin Vision, aka Phil Minigan, aka Jackie, I guess. And welcome to the once in a lifetime opportunity to enjoy the Goblin Vision 100 the Goblin Vision 100 sub special. There we go. Now, to be quite frank and honest, I originally did not even have a plan for a video. I really wasn't planning on doing one, but that was when my friend Mina, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but they gave me the idea to do like a little throwaway video, but obviously at the time, don't really have a video that I haven't really finished or just never really developed, because I always like to do things like 100% or, at least try to, unless I just lose motivation. But I was had a great idea. What if I just do a behind the scenes in look to the OG versions, the original versions of Wolf and Glitter? And I don't mean like the songs or anything like that, like the songs themselves, like the original version of the songs that have been like leaked or some shit, but I mean like my own interpretations of the music videos that I've made. As most directors and amateur filmmakers know, that sometimes stuff doesn't go like all according to plan. Sometimes you have to redo the entire thing. You gotta refilm some shots here and there. But for some cases, I had to redo the entire thing. Well, for Glitter, I had to. For Wolf, it was just, but let's get into that. As you can tell by this one frame right here from the original video, Glitter was a lot fucking different than how it turned out to be in the final version.
Get down here, idiot!
The original version of this video was filmed on February 3rd, and I expected for it to be finished at some time during my birthday or sometime during my birth month of March, as given the fact that we were still in school at this time, it was kind of difficult to film. Most shots, like almost every other video on the channel, was taken by my cousin Cassidy, who normally helps me film, and she lives literally right behind me. In my opinion, it's also very easy to recognize her shots and videos, as she's very fluid with the camera. She likes to move it with the beats and, try to get it on beat as possible, like how she did in Wolf, and also same with how she did in Perfect Love. Perfect Love was filmed entirely by her, by the way. The photos that are now flashing on screen before your eyes were also taken by her on the exact same night that we were filming. I was planning on editing them into the video anyway, so I decided to just get it over with instead of, wait next time and then do it right then, Now, the main reason why the OG version was scrapped was because apparently, somehow, and I don't know why, but some of the videos had actually gotten deleted. Like, most of them had to do with lyrics. There's only one video that is just of me singing one of the lyrics, and it's literally just like the "You make me lose my mind," or however it goes. And those were filmed at like 5:56 p.m., which is like during daylight savings time. It was like night at that time, so that's why it looks like it's nighttime. If I'm being honest, the release version looks a lot better, like, aesthetic wise, than the OG version. The OG version looks like I'm about to kill somebody, and the release version looks all sunshine and rainbows, which is, what the Flower Boy album is really meant to represent, fucking flowers and shit. If you're wondering where the light's coming from, the light's actually from this light that whenever it detects movement, it turns on, which really helped with this, honestly. Also, for the reason why I keep showing this image, to me, it's just creepy as fuck. It was taken surprisingly by my cousin, which I didn't even know she took until I went through my camera roll, and honestly, it just gives off this bad aura. I don't know what it is about it. Aside from that one clip of me trying to sing the, "You're losing my mind" or whatever the fuck, there's only like a couple, few quick clips that Cassidy took, which I'm gonna show you guys right now. There's gotta be a still shot, I mean. It's not one of those videos where you just make a whole bunch of videos. Alright, and I suppose that's kind of it for the making of Glitter, as there's not really much else to say other than, I knew I probably wasn't gonna like it if the end result was gonna be how it was. But thank you to my cousin Cassidy for, filming on that day. And thank you to my friend Logan for filming on the day that we actually did get the original version filmed. We filmed it all in one day, and I edited it all in one day, as, most things go around here. Okay, I guess that's kind of it for the, commentary, director's commentary on Glitter. Let's move on to Wolf. The reason why I did Glitter first is because Wolf actually has like 3 versions, but I'm gonna try and keep it as short as possible.
Now, moron. Idiot!
That's all.
Bro, I'm trying to book.
Okay, so as I said before, Wolf went through 3 iterations before, or maybe 4, before I actually finally decided, hey, I'm just gonna do this one way and that's it. I also love the fact that this thing took 5 months. Yes, 5 months from December 20th of 2025 to literally just like a couple months ago. On April 9th, this would finally be posted. The very first iteration of it, personally, in my opinion, one of the worst, was when Dr. TC was actually going to be a seeable character. Like, you'd actually be able to see his face, see his body and everything. And it wouldn't just be like a character that, you just see basically only the body of but wouldn't see the head of. Here is the only clip of my Dr. TC cosplay in full view. As you can see, dress pants, dress shirt, shit like that, the glasses and everything. And that's basically it. That's my interpretation of Dr. TC. Although my now interpretation of him has it where I'm wearing the glasses where I wear now. That was barely fucking English. But anyways, that was the first interpretation of it, where Dr. TC would actually be seen. But then came the second interpretation of it, as I didn't really like that much. It was more or less just like, oh, it's kind of jankety, I don't really like it. So I decided to redo it to where Dr. TC would actually be seen in frame with them by using a green screen. Not really a green screen per se, but I kind of just, chroma key like my background out, and that would basically be the end of it. But unfortunately, just like some other things, files kind of got corrupted, couldn't find them, and, just kind of had to scrap that idea. That was basically the only thing. At this point, we were like midway into filming, him introducing Wolf and Samuel to each other and all that shit. That was when I just decided to, just do my final iteration of it. And my final iteration of it was Dr. TC for every video for Wolf. If I ever do make a Wolf movie or like a Wolf full-on series, he's just gonna appear like once or twice, like every song that he's in, just, kind of keep his mystery or his mystery, alive, that he's not really there or he's not even really a real thing. And that was how the final version came out. The final version came out with, just Dr. TC being in there just one time, having the little rainbow outline around him, and he only appeared in there once. But to be honest, I'm not really proud of the ending of the final Wolf version, because it just feels rushed. It was literally on the exact same day that my friend Logan came over, and he was about to go and we had to do it in like a really quick hurry. You can tell it's rushed because I'm still wearing my old frames in this, which Wolf does not even have glasses, so I kind of realized that a little bit too late. Honestly, the final version that was made was really good. It's just the ending that kind of pissed me off because, the little Samuel shot with like only his chin hair being there, and, the glasses shot with me as Wolf kind of just pissed me off a little bit, so don't really like the ending as much, but the video itself as a whole is really good. So that's about as quick as I could probably make that little section, as I probably could have went a little bit more in depth into how many versions there were, even though there's only like 3, and I could have went a little bit more in depth into like how they were made and shit like that, but that'll be like a whole 10-minute video on its own, so I'm not gonna do that right now. Also, the reason why the first half was Christmas themed and not like entire like refilmed as I probably would have done was because that segment of Samuel singing is meant to be kind of like a dream, like his perfect performance in a way, kind of like Squidward and his clarinet. That's basically what it's meant to represent. So thank you to all my friends who helped me film. I think it was Cassidy, her sister Kelsey was also my cousin, and my friend Mars, who came over and helped, I think. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. All right, end it right there.